Hello and welcome to News 9. I'm Nishchita and first up. Following KJ George's campaign where a rowdy shooter brigade Azam was spotted, now Siddaramaia's campaign has courted controversy once again. Rowdy shooter Hanumesh Naik was spotted next to the Chief Minister along with Rowdy Hanumesh. Rowdy Hanumesh had been booked for Gundagiri along with 6 others, and it was a case booked as a preventive measure during elections. 4 of the 6 were ousted by the district authorities, but Rowdy Hanumesh was not ousted. Earlier, Brigade Azam, an infamous rowdy, was seen campaigning for Bangalore Central Congress candidate Rizwan Arshad in an open jeep near Nagavara Junction on the 8th of April. The Bharati Nagar police swung into action and took him into custody on Wednesday. Well, troubles of the same kind for the Congress. Earlier, it was Rowdy Azam, better known as Brigade Azam, who was spotted along with Congress stalwarts like Roshan Beg, KJ George and Bangalore Central candidate Rizwan Arshad. On the other hand, even as the Chief Minister made a hasty retreat and went on to state that it was a mistake, today Rowdy Hanumesh was spotted at Chief Minister Siddaramaia's campaign meet. My colleague Akshita joins us with more details on this. Well, Akshita, what more can you tell us?
Well, Nishita, this is definitely a major embarrassment for the Congress, to say in the least. We in fact saw just some days back that Rowdy Shooter Brigade Azam was part of their campaign. He was spotted sitting right next to Rizwan Arshad as well as KJ George and the likes. And immediately after that controversy cropped up, we saw the Congress going ahead and making the necessary apologies and also stating quite clearly that they did not mean to have him as part of the campaign. It was definitely wrong, but now it looks like once again yet another rowdy shooter has been involved in their campaign, and this time around in the Chief Minister's campaign itself in Koppal. Rowdy shooter Hanumesh Naik was spotted. Now it is understood that Hanumesh Naik was booked by the cops ahead of the elections under the Gunda Act to prevent any sort of involvement by him in the elections. He along with 6 others were booked for the same, and while 4 of them were ousted by the district authorities, Hanumesh was one of those people who continued to remain within the Congress, within Koppal area, and now it looks like the Congress, of course, seems to have to do some serious checking with regard to who is a part of their campaign and who is not. This definitely tends their non-corrupt image, Nishita, to a great extent, and also, of course, the fact that a rowdy shooter has been involved in their campaign for a second time. We will have to see how exactly they'll get past this. The first time around they did issue an apology and they did state that it was definitely a mistake. Second time around this is happening, so there are going to be a lot of questions on whether in fact it was unintentional or not, Nishita.
Right, absolutely, but definitely not good news for the Congress, considering that it came to power during the assembly election saying that it will provide clean governance. That promise was not lived up to as tainted ministers were inducted into the cabinet, and now we see rowdy shooters playing a very prominent role in their election campaign.
Absolutely, Nishita. In fact, as you mentioned, with several people who were accused of corruption being inducted into the cabinet, the entire state had risen up in protest against the Congress, saying that they had gone back on their promise. But this definitely takes it to an all-new level. The fact that rowdy shooters who have been identified by several people as the likes who are not exactly meant for politics or do not set an example for the people being a part of the Congress will definitely dent their image even further. It happened already with Brigade Azam on April 8th, and already a couple of days time, and we're looking at yet another such a incident. This will definitely be very, very shameful for the Congress, to say in the least, Nishita. The first time around they did apologize. This time, if they once again issue an apology, it will almost seem that they are being a little too careless, but there is no question that their image in Karnataka will take a severe beating post this incident, Nishita.
Right, and absolutely, considering that the latest man is rowdy shooter Hanumesh, who was seen at the Chief Minister rally in Koppal. Do we know any more details about him, any more information regarding this rowdy shooter, Akshita?
Well, what we do know, Nishita, is that he had But of course, in this particular time, it was that he, along with about 6 others, were booked under the Gunda Act. In fact, officials tried to ensure that Hanumesh Naik and several others stayed away from the election free. Several of them were ousted from Koppal as well, but Hanumesh Naik continued to remain there. But the fact that he has been spotted in a Congress campaign, and that too right next to Siddaramaiah, will definitely not augur well for the party. This man is someone who's known to be a repeated offender, someone who is in fact a very well-known person for the police and known to be a rowdy sheeter, a gunda in this particular area. So while he does have a lot of people who work for him, he is known to be someone who does initiate a lot of crimes in this particular region. So he is known to be a notorious person, to say in the least, Nishita. So of course, considering that he has been seen in the political fold, and that too with the Congress party, is definitely not great news. In fact, it is also said that Hanumesh Naik is the right-hand person of the district in charge minister, Shivraj Tangdagi. So of course, this will not go down too well for the Congress, especially with this particular news coming out that despite him being a rowdy sheeter, he is the right-hand man of the district in charge minister. The Congress will have a tough time washing their hands of this one, Nishita.
Right, thank you for joining us with all those details there, Rakshita. And moving on now, former MLA Umesh Katti has slammed H.D. Kumaraswamy, calling him a high-rated gunda. He went on to add and say that both the son and father duo, with reference to H.D. Devegowda and Kumaraswamy, that they were gundas in Bengaluru. He said that Kumaraswamy has always backstabbed the people of the state. Well, this is what Umesh Katti has gone on to state. He has gone on to accuse H.D. Kumaraswamy of being a third-rate gunda. These are his exact words, and we are quoting his words for you. Umesh Katti has said that both H.D. Kumaraswamy and Devegowda are gundas in Bengaluru and have never lived up to the expectations of the people.
Kumaraswamy ಹೇಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಮಾಡುವಷ್ಟು ಥರ್ಡ್ ರೇಟ್ ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಅವನೊಬ್ಬ ಥರ್ಡ್ ರೇಟ್ ಗುಂಡ 100%. ಥರ್ಡ್ ರೇಟ್ ಗುಂಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ತಪ್ಪಾಗಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಮಾಜಿ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ, ಒಬ್ಬ ಉದ್ಯೋಗ ಬರದ ಮಾಜಿ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ, ಕೆಲಸ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಗುಂಡಾಗಳಂತ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಗುಂಡಾಗಳು ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಇನ್ಯಾವ ಜಗತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಸಿಗಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಥ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಗುಂಡ ಅಪ್ಪ ಮಗ. ಹಗಲಿ ದರಡು ಈ ರೀತಿ ಬೆನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಚೂರಿ ಹಾಕುವಂಥ ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಬ್ಬ ಗುಂಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ.
Well, this is what Umesh Katti went on to state. He called the former Chief Minister a third-rate gunda and said that the JDS leaders have never lived up to the reputation, the expectations of the people. My colleague Varghese joins us with more details on this. Well, Varghese, quite shocking statement there.
Well, in fact, it is quite low also in politics with regards to this. In fact, this should be taken into account with the kind of government that the JDS and the BJP had before the lotus really bloomed in Karnataka. In fact, in that, the agreement between the BJP and the JDS was to ensure that after 2 years, 2.5 years, or half the term of the required for that government, there will be a change in the CMs. But it seems Katti was referring to that incident where he in fact said that only Kumaraswamy knows how to backstab, because referring to that instance, JDS had pulled out its support for the BJP, and now what we understand is that it is in fact he's attacking the JDS and talking about how he's alleged that both the JDS Supremo and his son are actually into a kind of supermanship, especially with regards to in Bangalore, and this has in fact led to a lot of chaos as such, and this was a stinging criticism from this ex-MLA from the BJP, Nishita.
Right, and also any reactions coming in from the JDS as yet, Varghese?
Well, at present there is nothing of nothing as a reaction that has come, because the news is just has been reached, and JDS is mum of the matter, but it looks like the JDS will give a reply to this because it's known for not going down with statements that are made randomly. So it is possible that soon they will have a reply that they will carefully draft against Umesh Katti, and we are looking forward to that reply because it is a kind of a new law in politics where one ex-sitting legislator has in fact blamed another legislator with regards to being in criminal enterprises. So it is quite shocking to know that this statement has come from this quarters, especially from the BJP quarters, with regards to this, Nishita.
Right, thank you for joining us with all those details there, Varghese.